Welcome to Thoughts on My Bike, episode number 1. These are thoughts that I'm mindful of and become present with while I'm riding my bike, accessing states of flow constantly, connecting to breath, and then documenting what beauty shows up, and then sharing it in ways where no attachment, no need for it to go viral or get a million likes. Just dump it out and share it. Because being in service is the number one vibration that I know of around feeling mental and physical energy on a daily basis. It's being in service. So, episode number 1 of Thoughts on My Bike. The number one leadership skill, and that's being a leader as a father or a mother or granddaughter or business related or whatever context that is for you. But the number one trait for being a great leader, and I'm a great leader, absolutely. It's not perfect. It's not about being perfect. But the number one trait for being a great leader is self-love and having a daily lifestyle practice that links you to your own self-care. That is the number one trait for being a great leader. And why? Well, it's pretty obvious that if you come into every scenario and every situation feeling whole and complete as you are, with deep love and empathy for yourself, then you ultimately have that to give to others, an overflow of that for those around you. And it also allows you to then tap into your ability to separate yourself from thought. Because when you aren't filled with self-love and have that lifestyle with tools around you that represent self-care, then ego takes over and you're chasing outcomes that will never exist. Whether that's your nutrition habits or your weight or your sleep issues or anxiety, depression, agitation, whatever that is, you're never going to find what you're looking for until you have access to your thoughts in relation to choosing to react to them when they come up, which is our dominant setting, or creating space to notice it. The old patterns, the ego, still there, the monkey mind chatter, still trying to get you back into some old patterns. Not necessary, but it requires the right tools. And when you got those tools and you got a strong foundation, then anything is possible and you are the greatest leader alive. Okay, that's it for now. On our Tuesday night, every Tuesday night we have our group call for the Unleash Your Energy 8-week virtual group coaching program. And during this last session, one of the women in the group really shared authentically how genuinely proud she is of the men in the group for showing up and for doing the work and allowing themselves to be vulnerable. And I really felt the energy of what she was sharing and how she was sharing it. And it hit home, and 19th hole, and it hit home, and I realized that I might not be giving myself enough credit for the lifestyle I've built and the father I am and the husband I am and how I show up in service for others and have that overflow to give others. And so I guess I'm just expressing that I acknowledge I haven't fully embraced the journey and how I now show up. And so I want to thank this person for bringing that energy into the group and your contribution, and absolutely beautiful. So I'm 2 hours in from my house, pretty much to the park entrance. But you know you're in a little bit of trouble when your 12th gear, your granny gear, starts getting a little bit harder. But feeling pretty good. Breathing through the nose a lot, actually, for exerting myself as much as I am. It's really nice to keep the breath under control that way. And noticing when my mind says, yeah, it's getting a little tough. But then dropping into the breath work, feeling in my heart what I really want to be feeling in this moment, which is just an overflow of abundance and connection to nature, and boom, and then I'm back on it. But granny gear still feels a little tough. So I want to just notice that I said granny gear, and I was mindful of that just now. One of my thoughts on my bike. So I'm just going to say maybe it's grandpa gear as well, or just neutral, gender neutral gear. You know what I'm trying to say. But I'm getting there. Okay, so here's my monkey mind, okay? And right now what it's saying is maybe to stop, because I just entered the park, so I had to stop and get a day pass, which is fine. That's a great thing about technology. I got that online. But there's a sign, and I'm going to go back and I'll take a shot of it for you, just sharing that there's a lot of bears on the trail. And so, yeah, I got my bear spray, and I got my knife on me. The knife is more for the cougars than anything. But I am on my own, and I am going up into the Alpine, and there has been a couple of grizzly sightings in downtown Squamish over the last month. So this is, I guess, is an interesting one, right? Because this is where the monkey mind comes into play, where fight or flight might actually be a very positive thing, right? Instead of calming that down and saying, no, I can push through this and get uncomfortable. There is elements of using your stress response in the right ways, right? And this is one of those moments where this might actually be the right way to do this. And so I still got a nice long ride down. I'm actually going to do a trail called Meadow of the Grizzly. Keep it a bit mellower so I can be safe out here on my own. A little bit of a slick, wet day on my bike, but it'd probably be about 45 minutes up to get to the Red Heather Hut, which would be awesome to get to. But there's not a lot of people in the park today, hikers and campers, and definitely no other bikers. So my concern is if I do run into a bear, I might not enjoy that. So I'm going to sit for a moment and just breathe and connect and decide what the best choice is. I will obviously let you know. Okay, so why did I keep going? Well, just really, again, did the breathing, connected to the feeling, and it feels really, really good. And I got the energy. So then it was a matter of, okay, so safety, right? I'm not on a single track, so lots of wide open space. So if you do run into a bear, they're not feeling like they're confined and being blocked from their zone. It's all downhill the whole way down. And that's a long way down for me downhill, so yeah, maybe that's naive, but I feel like I could definitely outride a bear going down since there is no up at all. So that's another factor. Got my bear spray, and I got lots of juice in my phone, and I'm making noise along the way. So it's kind of why I'm pressing forward, and just gonna try and get to the cabin, the Red Heather Hut. And yeah, that'll be a pretty epic day. Good day of training the nervous system. What are you doing today to train your nervous system and optimize? Okay, made it to the next kind of, I guess, milestone is the lookout. What do you think of the view? Pretty beautiful, huh? Usually that is a pretty awesome view. out into Squamish. But not today. So we're going to continue up. A little bit of drizzle coming down, but I'm definitely moving a lot to stay warm, and I got lots of layers for the way down. Getting a little hungry though. Got to apologize because I know a lot of you know my background around nutrition and the power of food, and I haven't shown you what I'm bringing here on the ride for the day. But I'm done. I'm kind of done my almond butter and jam sandwich on some squirrely bread. Nothing epic, but what I did do is I loaded it with hemp seeds. Just poured a ton of hemp seeds on top of the jam. You know, and you guys know me, that know that background of me. Hemp seed is the number one nutritional food that I add to whatever I eat. Not about elimination, it's about what you add. And yeah, it's good. Plus I had to eat it fast so that the bears didn't smell the almond butter. Okay, just finished my sandwich and I'm gonna head down. I'm pretty happy with, well, I'm just pretty happy. It's feels great. I got a lot of down to do. Probably a good hour and a half down, and getting back to the house, shower, clean up, maybe get a half hour to read my buddy's book, Story of Karma. I've been neglecting getting back on that book, which is a great book. And yeah, all right. Thanks for checking this out. I'm not sure if I'll have anything more to say. Probably will. And hope you're having I don't know if I should swear or not, but like I say to my kids when I use the F word in that way, it's like it's got a different energy to it. So hope you're having one of those kinds of days, guys. Okay, this will be my last video for now because I'm running out of battery, and I have just made it to the meadow of the Grizzly after riding up to the lookout, and I'm 3 hours to this point. Feeling really good, and I'm gonna mock it home, ride safely as much as I can. Sorry I won't have any video of the down, but yeah, I'm gonna go ride down, and it's raining, so that's why I got these guys. No mud in the eyes, yeah. Okay, just back from the ride, walking in the door. What is it? It is 2 o'clock, so really good timing. I left at a quarter to 10. So just over 4 hours, door to door, up into Garibaldi Park to the lookout and back, and yeah, a little cramping towards the end there, so that was good to test my mind through some cramping, and my butt's a little sore from being in the saddle. I got a broken toe, so that was getting a little bit sore, but those were all just challenges to notice what my mind was telling me. And even before I began, it was almost like, I got a Thursday off here, which I kind of like to use for riding. And there was a moment where I was like, well, why don't we just relax and, you know, not do a whole lot today. But I knew as soon as I felt through that mind chatter and committed, then it was going to be an epic day. And it always is when you challenge yourself in this way. Now, that is definitely one of the big lessons is you don't need to get off your couch and ride 4 hours into the Alpine on a mountain bike to do this. You know, the key is you got to start small. Start really small, no matter where you're at. Chunk it into little successes, knowing that these are all training. It's all practicing and training your ability to connect to your nervous system function and your thought process so that you have more choice on what you want to do in the next moment, not your monkey mind, your primitive brain triggering you into survival action, okay? And then it just keeps opening the door for more magic to show up, and over and over and over every moment of every day. Okay, so thank you for listening and tuning into episode number 1 of Thoughts on My Bike. And will there be another one? I have no idea. Maybe you'll let me know below if you want another one. And let me also know, what are you committed to? What parameters are you going to put in place to push yourself into that zone of uncomfortability, vulnerability, to feel into your own nervous system and then let the magic happen from there. Okay, now also if you're into learning more details around the 8-week virtual group coaching program, Unleash Your Energy, part of our Practice Your Perfect Life program, then PM me or comment and let me know. And we can set up a time to provide more detail for you. Okay, love you guys.